for this class really is very simple. It's to sustain another year. We have another setting that we'll be using that's, in the heart of the community. It will be indoors. And to welcome, other friends from the community. Again, these classes are open to all. Garnering their development in service, them organizing devotionals as well as service projects is something we started last year with some of the other teachers, with some of the refugees in the area.
Blessed is the spot and the house and the place and the city and the heart and the mountain and the refuge and the cave.
I would definitely like to expand the children's class, but I don't know many children who are up there who are 7 years old. So it's really important for the children in the class to invite their friends to attend. What are some expectations of your teacher?
Respectful.
Respectful, yes. Reverence. Kindness.
Our next steps is definitely to get them in grade 2 after they complete grade 1. Also, just to be able to keep a relationship with them so they can advance and we can know them when they're junior youth and go into our junior youth programs. So really just remembering the importance of prayer, I think will be just honestly my biggest thing. Just them knowing that it's comfortable to pray with their friends, with their peers.
You're doing good. You're doing good.
For this children's class, one goal that we all have, the children's class teachers in the neighborhood, is for us to be able to study grades 2 and 3 so that we can start to have several different grades going on simultaneously.
My next goal for the next class is to definitely get more people that I maybe don't have that close relationship with to come.
With being here, it kind of it brings me back to just saying helped with being friends with somebody, not being rude to other kids, working as a team, how to be a leader, how to stand up, how not to be afraid. So I love it.
Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, thy name is my hero. Oh my God. Remembrance of thee.
Well, my next step is to move beyond the 5 to 7 year olds. So to teach, 8 to 9 and, then eventually the junior years. So I would like to complete all of the Ruhi books for all the children's classes so that I'm capable of not only teaching them myself, but of being a mentor or tutor to other people that want to learn how to teach the classes.
کلاس‌های بهائی کودکان که یکی از فعالیت‌های مؤسسه آموزشی روحی است، برنامه‌ای است جهت توانمندسازی روحانی کودکان. این کلاس‌ها بر اساس آموزه‌های آیین بهائی است و در سراسر جهان برگزار می‌شود. کلاس‌های بهائی کودکان به دلیل تأکید بر فراگیری و وحدت برای کودکان با هر زمینه و مذهب آزاد است و برنامه‌های درسی آن برای ترویج درک و احترام به تنوع بشریت طراحی شده. این به کودکان کمک می‌کند تا حس همدلی را در خود پرورش دهند و اشتراکات همه افراد را درک کنند. این کلاس‌ها یک برنامه درسی جامع ارائه می‌دهند که موضوعاتی مانند دعا و اصول اخلاقی را پوشش می‌دهد. کلاس‌های بهائی کودکان با تقویت بنیه روحانی به آنها کمک می‌کند جایگاه خود را در جهان درک کنند و حس هدفمندی را در خود پرورش دهند. این می‌تواند به کودکان کمک کند تا به افرادی با اعتماد به نفس و توانا تبدیل شده بهتر چالش‌های زندگی را پشت سر بگذارند و همچنین حس تعلق به اجتماع را در بین کودکان شرکت کننده پرورش می‌دهد. آنها از طریق این کلاس‌ها یاد می‌گیرند که با هم کار کنند، از یکدیگر حمایت کنند و قدردان تنوع در بین خودشان باشند. حسی که می‌تواند به ایجاد جامعه‌ای هماهنگ‌تر و فراگیرتر کمک کند و به کودکان بیاموزد که به تفاوت‌های موجود در میان مردم احترام بگذارند و ارزش قائل شوند.
I want to be either a gymnastics teacher or a river guide, or like a person who rescues animals.
I'll be a police officer, I'll be a lawyer. I really don't know yet, but I'm gonna help black people and stuff. And I'm gonna help people feel good.
So powerful is the light of unity that it can eliminate the whole earth. So powerful is the light of unity that it can eliminate the whole earth.
I want to be really kind.
I like it to be a scientist like one of my friends. Probably I want to be a soccer player when I grow up.
I want to be a kind person who can connect with people no matter who they are, what they are, what age they are. And I just want to be able to help people around me when they need it.
I want to be someone that really recognizes good deeds that other people do. And yeah, I want to teach sports.
Where I see the children, I think really the children even see themselves already as the future children's class teachers.
I am already a children's class teacher. I get to help out with the kids and teach them other things too, so they can learn and go tell everybody else.
You hear sometimes the 8 and 9 and 10-year-olds already talking about their excitement of first moving on to the junior youth group, but then ultimately they know like this process leads to all of us serving the community.
There's a yearning, I think, for children and junior youth to be able to take action and serve humanity and make a difference. And so I think that as we as a community in the children's classes focus on this theme more, we're going to have many more families want to join. And I think that the parents want to foster that in their kids as well.
I see these children going on to be very well-mannered children, loving the environment and putting God first. And like I said, thinking of their consequences of their actions. I noticed that a couple of the children had to move away over the year, and they still call Ms. Danita and say, "Can you please come get me?" So if they feel necessary to have her come get them, even though they moved away, this is going to be a very important thing. And it's like so important that when I decide to move, I want to try to stay nearby so my children can continue to go through the program, because this is a tremendous change in these children. I can't wait to see what they look like and do in the future. I really can't.
I see a bright future for our youth, our children, how they don't see any prejudice or any materialistic stuff in their lives, and I think the future is very bright.
یکی از دستاوردهای کلاس‌های کودکان تمرکز آنها بر خدمات اجتماعی است. کودکان تشویق می‌شوند تا با مشارکت در پروژه‌هایی که به مسائل اجتماعی مانند فقر و بیسوادی می‌پردازد، به جامعه‌ای که در آن زندگی می‌کنند یاری رسانند. این تمرکز بر خدمات به کودکان کمک می‌کند تا احساس مسئولیت در قبال رفاه دیگران را در خود تقویت کنند و نقش خود را در ایجاد دنیایی بهتر درک کنند. علاوه بر این، کلاس‌های بهائی کودکان فرصتی را فراهم می‌کند تا کودکان مهارت‌هایی مانند تفکر انتقادی، تصمیم‌گیری، حل مسئله و ارتباط را در خود پرورش دهند.
به نظر من میاد که این واقعا این تقویت روحشون هستش که باعث میشه که اینا شخصیت خوب و انسان خوبی بار بیان و امیدوارم که برای جامعه مفید باشن در آینده.
It's really not so hard to have conversations about next steps for everyone because there is such a feeling of love and friendship that's been developed in the community. So when we sit down and we talk about, what are the needs of the community, then I can just very openly say, like one of the things that's needed is we need more children's class teachers. And then I can turn to the parents and say, it's us. It's not, it's not just me. It's not just the youth. It's the parents. It's the grandparents. All of us, have an opportunity to play a part. And here's what we do. Here's how we start. And from that conversation, sometimes you're able to start with, several new parents beginning to learn how to be children's class teachers.
The best benefit the kids get out of it is hearing these virtues, it's a running theme throughout their childhood. They're constantly hearing about forgiveness and sharing and unity, all these virtues. And even though on one week maybe they leave without necessarily getting something concrete out of that week, I think having heard about these virtues over and over again for years on years, I think it really leaves a lasting impact, and it gives us, when we talk about, are you using, your forgiveness? They immediately know what we're talking about because they've heard about it in virtues class. So it gives us a really solid common understanding of what a virtue is and how to talk about it with our kids. And when it comes up, when maybe there's a conflict or something, it gives us a way of talking about it, which they've learned here already.
Ready? All right, so remember when we're doing prayers and songs? Prayers are conversations with who? God. So we should always make sure that we're being what? Reverent. Do you guys remember that word reverent? All right, so let's try to be reverent while we're having our conversations with God, while we're praying and while we're singing our songs. But also we can have fun and be reverent at the same time. We can enjoy it. We can be joyful and reverent. So this song is about justice. It's saying that you should tread the path of justice. That means that you should always try to be just in everything that you do. All right, y'all ready? Okay, all right. Tread ye the path of justice, for this verily is the straight path. Tread ye the path of justice, for this verily is the straight path.
So I have had a friend, my sister and I. This friend of ours, her name is Annie. And when she was younger, she used to attend children's classes. And then when she got to junior youth age, her family got busy, so she didn't attend. And then when we got to high school, when she became a youth, so I decided, because I had done book 2 and I'd done book 3, so I wanted to have a meaningful conversation about education, to see if she was interested in joining our activities. And I did. It was a very good conversation. We got to the topic about teaching good character in schools, because that's something that they don't teach here. She was interested, but then because it was associated with the Baha'i faith, she wasn't interested in that. A few months later, in May, I told her about Summer of Service. And she was very interested in that, so she attended it, which is month-long service in July. And she really enjoyed it. And she had the job of teaching children's classes, and so now she's a children's class teacher. So being persistent in inviting people.
برنامه‌های درسی این دوره‌ها برای تشویق کودکان به تفکر انتقادی و پرورش درک خود از مفاهیم روحانی تنظیم شده. علاوه بر این کلاس‌ها به گونه‌ای طراحی شدند که تعاملی و جذاب باشند. این امر به کودکان کمک می‌کند تا دانشی را که یاد می‌گیرند حفظ کنند و آن را در زندگی روزمره خود به کار برند. از همین رو فعالیت‌های هنری برای پرورش خلاقیت و مهارت فکری کودکان در این دوره‌ها حائز اهمیت است و از سنین اولیه رشد باید به کودکان امکان داده شود تا قدرت تخیل خود را از طریق نقاشی آزاد و انواع دیگر جلوه‌های هنری ابراز نمایند. با توجه به این نکته است که همراه با دروس سال اول برنامه تربیت روحانی کودکان اوراقی برای رنگامیزی تهیه و ارائه شده. برای کودکان رنگ کردن تصاویر جالب ترین قسمت کلاس است. این قسمت شامل از بر کردن، سرود خواندن، قصه گفتن و بازی نیز می باشد. این فعالیت اطمینان لازم برای پیشروی به سوی فعالیت‌های جامع‌تر هنری در کلاس‌های بعدی را در آنان به وجود می‌آورد و موجب چالاکی و ایجاد حس انضباط در کودکان می‌شود و می‌تواند به آنها کمک کند که درک خود را از زیبایی تقویت کنند.
I try my best to make sure that my children are here. And when they're not going to be here, you know, I try to ask Miss Anita what they're going to learn or what they talked about so that they can stay on topic. And when she doesn't have the class specifically, I try to get her to include my children in the other activities that she does because she is busy every single day of the week. So I try to get her to come get them or meet me somewhere so they can all still, you know, communicate and be friendly and things like that.
Black power! Oh, Son of Spirit! Oh, Son of Spirit! Honest counsel is this. Honest counsel is this. Let's say pure. Kindly. Radiant.
Well, as a grandmother, right, I always think about what role can I play. I know my daughter is responsible for the spiritual education of her children. So my role is to assist in that as much as possible. And then making sure with the children's classes, right, that they are meeting other children who have the same values. And so they are being surrounded by good virtues.